Welcome back. Welcome back to our video training on the 3 habits that are secretly sabotaging your weight loss. And today we are on habit number 2. And that is what I call mindless mastication. Now, mastication is just a fancy word for chewing. So I'm talking about not being mindful when you're eating, meaning not being present, rushing, stressing during your meals. And this is super, super bad for you in so many ways and on so many levels. First of all, when you rush through a meal, you're really creating stress in your body. And I don't mean rush like, you're running and eating. Our body really stresses out rather easily. So even if you're just rushing out the door, you're like taking a few sips of coffee, taking a few bites of toast, you grab your keys and you go down the stairs, your body perceives that as stress. Or if you're on the subway or the bus and you're on your phone or your tablet and you're eating and you're looking out the window and you're doing all of these things, our bodies are fantastic multitaskers, but when it comes to eating, you do not want to multitask. You want to be focused on what you're doing, because the more focused you are, you're going to burn the calories better, your body's going to assimilate the minerals and the nutrients better, and you're going to have better digestion. So really try to be mindful while you're eating. And I know this isn't the easiest thing in the world. We all have really busy schedules. You have to be here, you have to be there, you have to eat in front of your desk, and it's part of life, I know. So I'm going to share with you how to transform mindless mastication into mindful mastication. So let's say in the morning, you always find yourself rushed to have breakfast. So what can you do about that? As painful as this may sound, you can get up earlier. Maybe like 5-7 minutes earlier to have breakfast. Or you can prep your breakfast the night before, lay everything out, measure everything out, so that when you get up, it's like, just throw it together, sit down for 5 minutes, really sit there and enjoy your breakfast, and that's it. And for lunch, right? Let's say you have no choice. You have to have lunch in front of your desk. What you can do, instead of saying, I have to finish all this lunch in, the 2 or 5 minutes that I have to eat, just eat half of it. Eat half of it, chew very slowly, take deep breaths between your bites, and then save the other half for when you do have time, or put it in the fridge for tomorrow or whatever. But it makes more sense to really enjoy half of it and eat it mindfully instead of trying to rush and eat the whole thing. And trust me, if you take the breaths and you're really present, you're gonna feel full. Don't worry that you're gonna still feel hungry, you won't. And if you do, which you may, you can still, again, eat something later when you have more time. Now, moms especially, we're really, again, the super multitaskers. For dinner, a lot of times moms just want to make sure that everyone has, their meals and everyone has their drink, and, she has to clean the kitchen and she still has to put the laundry. So a lot of moms won't sit. I mean, I know my mom, sometimes she literally eat out of the pot standing by the stove. And the same thing, for single girls. I mean, I know sometimes I do it too, but sometimes we'll just eat something over the sink while standing over the sink, or you have your computer on the countertop and you're eating something and you're on the computer. And again, you're doing such harm, again, for your digestion and for your weight loss, which is what you're trying to do. So how do we transform that habit, right? We want to go from the mindless mastications to the mindful mastication. So again, it's making extra time in the morning to have your breakfast. It's really taking time to enjoy your lunch. And again, if you don't have the time, just eat half of your meal, but eat it mindfully. And the same thing for dinner. Try not to multitask, try not to rush, try to sit and have a nice meal. And another downfall of not sitting and really enjoying your meal is that, a lot of us think, I really didn't have a meal today because, I didn't really sit and eat. So I can have, the donut and the cookie, or I can have, a slice of pizza late at night because I really didn't sit down and eat. So, because you're having these terrible meals while you're rushing. So you think, I didn't really eat, so I can eat throughout the day. And you can see for obvious reasons why that would harm your weight loss as well. So again, our second habit is mindless mastication, not being present when we're eating. and I shared with you the tips on how you can start to transform that. And if you enjoyed the tips, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I really want this to be interactive. I really want to give you the best advice and more tips and tricks on how we can really start to transform our lifestyle into a healthy lifestyle. So I look forward to seeing you on the third video with the third habit and how to transform it. So I will see you then.